Hi guys, it's Michelle Patterson here with Elle Lavon, and today I'm just gonna finish getting ready because I have a long day of filming ahead of me. This might become a thing where I just sit down before I start a whole day and finish off my makeup. So I've already done my foundation, I've already put on my blush, my highlighter, all of that good stuff, and I wanted to give you guys a little update about what I'm gonna be doing with my channel. So, and just some things that I'm working on. So I'm gonna finish off my eyes while we do a chit chat, okay? And yeah, let's get started. So one of my goals is to start really shopping my own collection and using up what I have. So if you watch my channel, you know I just recently bought the Kat Von D Saint Center palette, which is a huge palette. What is this, like 24 shades or something like that? There's a lot of makeup in there. And then I also bought the Candy Johnson Too Faced collab palette as well. I also have a special edition palette coming. I'll do a whole video on that. When I saw it, I cracked up. I had to get it. And of course, we have Black Friday coming up. And if you don't already know, Tarte has some of the most amazing Black Friday sales. I'm trying not to support this whole idea of consumerism so much recently, but every once in a while, and I want to pass that tip along to you. I know you don't have to go to the store. Just do it online. Check out the sales, especially if you're looking to build your collection or try a certain brand. That's usually a good time to do it. The exception would be last year, I think it was last year, I don't know if I've talked about this before, but I bought this MAC. It's got like 9 shades in it. This was a Black Friday thing. I think they still sell these. I got this from Nordstrom. I won't do it again. This was terrible. You can't even get the pigment out of there, and you can, well, maybe you can't see. It doesn't matter. Anyway, it's terrible. Don't do this. So just watch it. Make sure you're not, you know, just buying stuff just for the sake of buying it. But if you want to try a brand, this would be a good time to do it. So anyway, I'm trying to work through my collection a little bit. So I'm still working on my Tarte Holiday Edition thing and also my Modern Renaissance palette. So I'm just going to do a little playtime. I'm going to go in because I have so many different types of videos to do today. I think what I'm going to do is just a very neutral eye look. We'll see how it goes. The other thing I've been doing is keeping my empties. And some of you who love doing Project Pan, you're going to be like, you know, you're cheating, because a lot of them are either products that were almost ready to go anyway. They were almost done. But a lot of these products, too, are sample sizes. But if you could understand like how many samples I have laying around, you would understand that me collecting those empties, that's a good thing, trust me. I want to also give a little shout out. There's a viewer of mine from Angel Soul. She just sent me a box of all these goodies, and I have used this. These are basically organic skincare products, so very natural, organic. Her website, let me just let you know right now, is hepcatorganics.com. That's HEPKAT organics.com. All right, and I have used her body butter. She's sent me stuff before. I've used it. Again, it's a very, very natural, so there's a natural smell. The texture, I don't know what the base of these products are exactly, but it's probably some natural oil. So if you're into that, go check her out. Let's get cracking. Okay, so let's do this. And I just realized too, I don't know if you guys can see, apparently I scratched my neck. I don't remember doing this, but I have like claw marks going down my neck. I'm like, how crazy did I get when I was trying to blow out my hair? Jeez. Crazy town. All right, so I'm gonna get like a nice little fluffy brush here. Oh my God, this is hard. I gotta find a different setup to do my makeup. I love my little chaise lounger. You know, it's so comfy, and I just feel like I'm hanging out with friends when I'm sitting here, but it's not a way. Like I'm having to look down the whole time. Anyway, I'm just going to use a very, like, for my skin tone, a very neutral kind of shade to lay down. Because again, I'm trying to use up a lot of my products, instead of using eye primer, I have been just using up this one under eye concealer product that I have. I think it's called Miracle Skin. I think it's that one. Just using that up, and it actually works really well as a primer. Okay, let me make sure. Okay, I got my ring light behind me, and now I'm kind of like blinded, so I can't even see what's happening in the mirror. I feel like I have something here that needs to be buffed out. I don't know. Not that concerned. All right, so what else is going on? let's see what else I can tell you guys. Okay, so I'm just going to put this very, I don't know, it's just very, very light, subtle brown right up here. I think I said this already, but I just want to keep it very, nothing is worse. I want to keep it very natural, because when you have like a huge day of filming and you go back and you realize sort of like your makeup look wasn't the best for all the videos that you were trying to do, and then you're kind of stuck because hours later, that's the footage you have. All right. So yeah, so I've been, as I'm trying to use up my products, it's been so gratifying to like just finally get some of this stuff out of my bathroom. I swear to God, those little tiny things like samples and stuff, oh my God, they were rolling all over the place. They're falling out of my cabinet. So I'm getting rid of some of those. All right, so I have this, if you guys don't own this palette, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance. Most of you have probably already heard about this. When did this come out? Maybe a year ago now. You're only supposed to keep these open for 6 months, but whatever. I am not throwing this out. Nothing's changed. Nothing, it's not smelling or anything, so I'm going to keep using it. But look how gorgeous these colors are. I mean, there's so many possibilities with this. Let's see here. I'm going to start with burnt orange first. Okay, just to deepen up. And for me, because I'm not a makeup artist and I'm not, like my looks are not foolproof, certainly not. I like to start out here in the corner to lay down most of the pigment, and then I just kind of let it drag in. That way, you know, if I get a little heavy-handed, it's okay. It's towards the outer part of my eye, so kind of draw the eye outward. Just trying to think of what else has been going on. What else am I doing with this channel? So I'm going to do the empties and sort of, I'm not going to sit here and worry about tags. Like, I don't know. This whole second channel is just supposed to be for fun. It's not supposed to be like, am I following all the rules of YouTube? And, you know, I'm not, again, you guys know, I'm not concerned about that. This is just for fun. Now, if I look very, very heavy-handed here, that's intentional. Just with the camera that I have, the lighting setup I have, I do kind of lay it on heavy, and then you'll see later I buff it out with another brush. But I like kind of laying this down first. Okay. Now, and I also told you guys about the special palette coming, so I told you about that. But other than that, mostly, if you guys haven't checked out my Angel Souls channel, I put up a video from BetterHelp.com. And no, I'm not just trying to like shove that on people. I really believe in this service. So get over there, check out the video that's called World Mental Health Awareness Day. And I have a link over there. I do have an affiliate link for that. But again, I'm not pushing it. I'm not trying to push it. Right? I'm not trying to push it for that reason. I'm doing it myself, and I have been doing it for a few weeks now. And it is such an incredible it's such an incredible tool. It's so easy. It's basically online therapy. And I have a session today. And so many things have been coming up, just things that I've gotten numb to. And, you know, that process can be a little unpleasant, but so eye-opening. And I really feel like I'm growing. And I really feel like, you know, I'm going to have a better quality of life once I finally just work through some of this stuff. And maybe I'll do a reload video about that on my other channel, because, you know, with all this Harvey Weinstein stuff, all this stuff that's in the news, you know, of all these other actors and everybody coming forward, I mean, that's kind of triggered some of these things. So, you know, and for me, it's been good because now I'm actually like, okay, I don't know, it's weird. Like hearing other people talk about their experiences, it made me feel okay to talk about mine as well, but with my therapist. So that'll help work through some stuff. So I highly recommend that you guys get over there, check it out. The whole idea here is to destigmatize therapy. And the saddest thing is, this is going to sound mean, and I don't mean it in that way, but the people who are often the most resistant, and you've heard this saying before, those who resist it the most need it the most. Right? Like, it's so funny. I know lots of people I'm close to who are just like, oh, I would never. Oh, well, that's something Michelle does. Michelle does therapy. Or I was just thinking the other day of, I think it was a Sex and the City episode, where the character Carrie says, oh, I don't need therapy. Oh, I just find therapy to be so self-indulgent and all this stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, that character on that show is probably the one who needs therapy the most, with her unhealthy love connections, her need to just kind of like, you know, fall hopelessly in love with whoever, and so on and so forth. So please, if you are working through something, or, you know, you just want to have a better quality of life, go check it out. Or even if you don't do that service, go to a traditional, I can't talk. My first video of the day. This is going to happen. It's my warm up, I suppose. You know, even if it is traditional therapy, you know, give yourself that chance. You never know. It's very easy for us to always go, oh, I'm fine, I'm fine. But in this day and age, please, there's so much going on. All right, so all I did was just this very simple thing. Not even that worried about how great it looks, honestly. And then what I do, you guys know my little brush here, right? This little flat brush. I'm going to go back in with that very, like, just kind of like the one that I used for the base, and I'm going to go back and buff it out. I start up here in the corner first. That way the most product gets laid down there. Kind of brush up against here, and now I'm going to go and drag it down in here and buff all this out. And I will kind of sweep under here as well, just to kind of clean it up. And I'm not doing anything complicated. You know, I'm not doing like a huge anything of the sort. Again, today isn't about that. And sometimes it's just nice to have like a very neutral, no fuss kind of look going on. I'll tell you what, ooh, that's a lot of fallout. Yikes, did I not blow on my brush? It's possible. The other day I used the same makeup palette here and same colors, except I didn't use the Anastasia Beverly Hills. I used the Ladybird, whatever that orangey shade is, in Kat Von D's Ladybird palette. And I built it up, and I popped a red lip on. Oh my gosh, literally, this is going to sound terrible. Every time I went by a mirror, I was like, whoa, my makeup looks good. It might be my favorite makeup look. It was really, really beautiful and subtle. And that pop of red gave it a very, very classic feel. Sorry. I'm like, duh. You can't see me. All right. So now they're uneven. Not a big deal. We're just going to move on with life because there are more important things to do. So I'm just going to grab out of here. I got to dig for it a little bit. Do you love this? I showed you guys this. These are, I had quite an extensive collection of these Talenti gelato empty little containers, and so I cleaned and sterilized them, and then where the heck is my eyeliner? Oh God, it's way, way, way down yonder. Okay, hold on. It's getting little. I keep shaving it down. There it is. Kat Von D. What's it called? What's you called? It is called Immortal Love. But anyway, I painted the whole inside of this with acrylic paint, which got very, very streaky, but it kind of works because it looks like there's still ice cream in there. And this one, ironically, I didn't even think about it. This one's the black raspberry chocolate chip one. So it looks like I still have the ice cream in it. What you gonna do? All right, so let's do some eyeliner. Very hard to do trying to hold a mirror. See, this is why I want to get a better setup. I might move my whole thing over to my living room, although, because that's where my desk is. Well, it's not my living room, it's like the foyer or whatever. But the problem is then I don't have two windows for natural light. That's why I'm in here. And I've made this room, which is supposed to be a dining room, I've made it into a little mini studio for that reason. But the desk wouldn't fit in here, and it has a big mirror behind it. So we'll see. I'll keep working on it. All right. So now, again, with eyebrows, I don't go crazy with it. I think it's silly for me personally. I don't see the need. So I'm just going to go into a little bit of brown eyeshadow here just to try to match up my hair. And I just very lightly just fill in anywhere that needs a little bit of help. If you notice, my eyebrows are a different color every day because I never remember which one did I use yesterday. You know, and don't worry, I didn't forget the mascara. We're coming back for that. The mascara that I've had open is the L'Oreal Luminous, whatever that pink one is. It's supposed to be kind of like the Too Faced dupe. Been using that. I still use it, but that's kind of been downgraded to, oh, I'm going to go out for a hike. I want to be cute for the boys on the trail. Mascara. And I have popped open my Bobbi Brown mascara. You know, Bobbi Brown is one of those brands that I think compared to other beauty brands today is maybe considered kind of a blah brand. I actually heard somebody call it, you know, basically a brand for older ladies, which is so offensive. It's so like, excuse me, just, you know, from the spiritual side of things, every time you make a comment like that, you'll probably age poorly. So just be careful. You know, one day you're going to be that age. You know what I mean? Whatever age you think is old. So, but yeah, because I think the Bobbi Brown packaging is so unassuming. It's not super fancy. It's been around for a long time. So people, and it doesn't, I can't think of any Bobbi Brown makeup that is crazy. You know, I don't think they do like crazy colors or anything of the sort, but they're good products. I have used them for years and years. I mean, this is how simple this mascara is. Do you know what I mean? It's also a pricey brand. That might be it too. But Bobbi Brown, besides there's a Lancome mascara, but I want to say that Bobbi Brown's probably my favorite mascara. And I'm very fortunate because, you know, I think it's foolish to spend over $20 on a mascara. I'm like, please, there's got to be something else out there that I could use, you know? But the way that I get Bobbi Brown mascara is I always make sure that if it's there on the, is it Sephora? Does Sephora sell Bobbi Brown? No, it's not Sephora. Is it? No. I don't know. Anytime I order makeup and Bobbi Brown mascara is, you know, a little trial size or whatever, if that's an option, I pick it up. And so right now, and then this one is not a trial size, but I got this with a Bobbi Brown makeup kit. So if you guys are curious about that brand, I do have bronzer and blush. I have eyeshadow. I have eyeliner. I have, actually, I should have used it today. This little, they're like illuminating drops, not drops, they're kind of like, it's a cream, but it's to illuminate your foundation. So if you want to see that video, comment down below, show me some Bobbi. So while that's drying down, I'm just going to slap on some lipstick. I'm going to try this, this new shade I got. It's a neutral, or a nude. This is Anastasia Beverly Hills Pure Hollywood. Sephora was running a sale on these, and I was like, oh, here's my chance to try a few more shades. The formula I have two beautiful shades that are more like berry colors. One's a fuchsia, I want to say. One's kind of a lilac-y berry, and then the other one's sort of more of a fuchsia. And they're beautiful colors. I love how they wear, except that they do get a little dry on my lips. Could just be me. I don't know. So let's try this out and see how it looks. It immediately got all over my teeth. That's the most annoying thing about lipstick, I swear. All right, so the other problem that we've come up with these kinds of lipsticks, especially the matte ones, like when you open your mouth, you get kind of like your inner mouth. And I've seen all kinds of weird things. Like people are like, dry your lid like this. Just sit there like this until your lids are dry. Like, I ain't doing that. So it's just going to look dumb. So if people are bothered by the inside of my mouth, I think there's a bigger issue going on there. I do tend to use matte lipsticks on days when I'm going to film. I've done that before, like years ago, before the matte lipsticks were even a thing, and I would, you know, record a video with like traditional, excuse me, traditional creamy lipsticks. Nothing is worse than you have been filming for 4-5 hours, and then you go back and look at the footage and you have lipstick on your teeth somewhere. Ugh. And even if I had a flip out monitor, which I don't, it's so subtle. It's not something I would notice until I'm editing and zooming in. Oh, it's terrible. So I try to make sure that I use something that dries down, very matte, so I don't have that issue. All right, so there's that look. I don't know if I'm into it. I mean, in person, it looks fine. It looks fine, but you just never know how it's going to read, and I'll have to go back and look at my monitor and see. But I also brought my Kat Von D, I think it's Lovecraft lipstick over. I think that's my favorite one of all time. Do I say that about everything? But I think it's my favorite of all time. So later on, if I look at the monitor and it doesn't feel right, I'll pop some of that over this. So I am just going to put one more coat of mascara on, and then I'm going to get to filming. I'm always a little nervous to do those sort of like teaching videos because there's so much to remember, and I don't know, it's like a different thing for me. Like sitting and doing this, fun. Doing a reading on angel souls, totally fun. I love just like hanging out and doing that very, very casually. Having to sit, I even have like a different setup for it. I don't know, like educating people. I want to make sure that they have all the information they need. I always kind of kick myself when I'm like, oh, I forgot to mention X, Y, and Z, you know? So I'm a little nervous. Anyway, we'll just end it there. I'm sending you guys so much love. Please don't forget to comment down below. What would you like to see? This is a really casual channel, so we can do whatever the heck you want. All right? I mentioned this before, if you guys want to see me try candy, I just want an excuse to eat candy. But, you know, just things like that, let me know. And as always, I'm sending you so much love. Take care.